Hi guys, good evening. I'll just wait for another minute. Um, so we will be discussing MRI, something very important, for all the residents because there is not much exposure to the sequences. It's uh, a very limited thing that's the expertise of the technicians, and radiologists usually just tell the sequences and they don't really know what's going on, how to increase the SNR, how to improve the resolution. So we have a detailed module on MR physics, but this is just like the starting and a good concept building for everything, and you can start with this and then go on to just see all the classes that Dr. Nikita has taken on MR physics. So this can be a good starting point for everything. Okay, and a good ending point also, because everything comes together, as a last minute for revision. So let's start discussing. So we'll start off with the very basics. I'll just wait for one more minute while others can join. You guys can see me and hear me fine, right? Hmm. Okay. Right. I think we can start. I've started a little early today, so I think it's fine. People will keep joining. So I'll start off with the very basics of how we get a signal. This is very important for the most junior people who have no idea about what happens in MRI. So we have a lot of protons. Oops. We have a lot of protons in our body which are all spinning on its own axis. So what happens when a charged particle like H plus, the nucleus of which spins on its own axis? So any charged particle that spins generates a magnetic field around itself. Okay. So there are these tiny, tiny magnets which are floating around in the body. But the thing is, they are all spinning in a different axis. So their net magnetic vector becomes zero. It all cancels each other out, right? So that is what happens. But when you place this patient in a large magnet, now they are all going to align along the external magnetic field, which we are going to call as B0. Okay. So that is what happens. So just to tell you what we have done so far, I'll just show you this very basic video. So look at this. So these are all of our protons, just like planet Earth, who are spinning, right? So which are rotating on its own axis. And because of that, because they are a charged particle which is spinning, what it generates is a magnetic field. So there are these micromagnets which are floating around in our body, right? So you can see there is an electrical current that spins, which leads to a magnetic force, hence a magnetic field around itself. So that is what is being created, right? So this is the first part. Now look at the second part. Everything is spinning randomly, right? So sare magnetic fields hai, but they are all aligned in a different direction. But when you place them in an external magnetic field, you see that it all aligns in one direction. Okay, so far so good. So now this is what I'm going to use to generate a signal. But the problem is I can't generate a signal in this axis. This is what is called as the Z axis. इसमें मुझे signal नहीं पता चलेगा. So what I now need to do is I need to flip it to the transverse magnetization. Our MRI machine, and this is very, very important, fundamental to everything that we're going to learn in pulse sequences. Our body or our magnet, our MRI machine can only measure transverse magnetization. That's the only thing that can be measured. So now I have to flip this. So what we do is we give a flip angle. All right. So this is what happens. So now what will happen when this magnetic field is switched off, or basically the RF pulse gets switched off? So when the RF pulse gets switched off, now it will go back to its original state. Okay. I'll go back to it. I skipped a few steps here. So you had everything which was aligned along the Z axis. I now need to convert it to the transverse plane. Only then I can measure it. So to do that, we have to give an RF pulse. All right. So I've given an RF which is for decay, and it's going to go back to its longitudinal plane, right? So that is what is called as free induction decay. It will go back to its natural state, which is along the longitudinal field. So longitudinal plane ko humne convert kiya using an RF pulse, and then it is going back to its natural state. That much part is clear. So let's again go back, reverse. We said that all of these are spinning on its own axis. So this is what is called as what equation? ये क्या equation है, इसका नाम बताओ? Absolutely no contribution from your end. You have to type something, okay? So so this what is the Larmor's equation? So ये है Larmor's equation, which tells us about the precessional frequency. So ये जो omega 0 है, that is that किस frequency से हो रहा है. So that is the precession. Okay, so इसको बोलते हैं precession. So this is the precessional frequency, which depends on one constant, which depends on what is the material. So proton को assume करते हुए, that is 42. So that is the gyromagnetic ratio, which depends just on the magnetic field, right? So this depends on the magnetic field, which is B0. So precessional frequency is dependent on the gyromagnetic ratio and B0. So the frequency at which precession occurs is called as the Larmor's equation. Okay, so again, let's consolidate what we have learned so far. So nuclei initially precess with a wobble at various angles, but when they are exposed to B0, they align with it. The sum of all of these moments is called as net magnetic vector. Okay, precessional frequency is the frequency at which these protons are spinning on its own axis, right? So किस frequency से वो spin हो रहे हैं. So that is the precessional frequency. Okay, so जब हमने उनको external magnetic field में डाला, they all aligned. Okay, so that is the net magnetic vector. जब हमने RF pulse दिया, now that is flipped at an angle, which produces two components, longitudinal and transverse magnetization. As the transverse magnetization precesses, it induces a current. So I measure my signal in what phase? In transverse magnetization. And when I switch it off, now I have the recovery. And that is what is called as the T1 and T2. So far, so good. Okay. So the normal direction of all ions is in different axes, right? So outside a magnet, right now in our body, when I'm not in an MRI machine, it's all random axis, X, Y, and Z. जब आप उसको magnetic field में डालोगे, it is along Z. जब आप उसको RF pulse दोगे, now अभी तो T1, T2 we haven't gone. अभी तो जाएंगे T1, T2 पे. Right now, it is just that I have given RF pulse and now I have X and Y plane which come into picture. And what I need to measure is the X plane, transverse plane. Okay, so that is what we have done so far. Abhi recovery to shuru hoga. So far so good. First step everybody is clear. So this is where now when I switch it off, the decay happens and it goes back to the baseline. So basically what is the baseline? Has to transverse comes back and it recovers the longitudinal magnetization. So how does that happen? So those are the two things. T1 recovery, T2 and T2 start decay. What is T1 recovery? So look at this. T1 recovery is the recovery of the longitudinal magnetization. From transverse, it is coming back up. So basically, T1 time is the time when 63% of the longitudinal magnetization is back. That's the definition. इसको बोलते हैं spin lattice relaxation. Look at this. So this is where you can see how all of the protons are spinning. So वो अपना सारा जो transverse magnetization है, they are giving it to the surrounding tissue. इसीलिए नाम है spin lattice. All right. So this is where it gives it to the lattice, which is the structure around it, and you can see how from the transverse it is coming back to longitudinal phase. Can you understand? So T1 time is the longitudinal recovery. Okay. So that is T1 recovery, also called as spin lattice. You can remember this as एक ही spin आता है इसके नाम में. So this is T1. What is T2 recovery? Same thing in different words. T2 is how the transverse magnetization decreases. Can I say that? If longitudinal increases, transverse decreases. So this is why we see that the transverse magnetization has reached 37% of its value. So this is what is called as T2 decay. T2 star पे भी आएंगे, but this happens because of dephasing of the proton spins. इसको बोला जाता है spin relaxation. So this is where now each of these protons, see, it's like three of you are rotating holding your hands. The moment one person will change the direction, others will also get affected, right? So that is what is T2DK. कि बाकी सब ने decide करा कि okay, now let's stop transverse, let's become longitudinal. So then each of the others are also affecting.